Hey, welcome back, Rankers. Look, thanks very much to everyone, especially Dan, Russ, Michael, Ashley, Ben, Paula, Hugh, Andre, Warwick, and Rowan, and also Ivy and a few others out there, Rodney, all of you who, said good luck and sent some happy thoughts and prayers and everything else. So thank you very much for that from last week. My family and I thank you very deeply. I wanted to talk this week a little bit about a site review, how you do an SEO site review, because I'm going to be doing a bunch of them next week at the PISA conference, the Professional eBay Sellers Alliance on the Gold Coast. If you're in e-commerce and you're not going, you really, really need to stop whatever you're doing, book a ticket, and go to this conference. It is massive. Internetconference.com.au, biggest of its kind in Australia. The exhibition's sold out. It's the biggest conference they've had in the 7 or 8 years of doing the conference. I've got about 4 different speaking gigs that I'm doing. We're also exhibiting there. But part of what we're doing up there is a 15-minute SEO site audit, a free one. You can sit down with me and we'll go through it. If you want to get on board for one of those, we've still got some spots left. Simply go to, and I had this open before, and now it's not. Let me just go to that. So thank you very much to the people at bookitlive.net. If you need a booking system for anything, just head across to bookinglive.net. They are great, and they'll set you up something like this. Basically, you can still see I've got plenty of spots left on the Thursday, not too many left on the Wednesday, and a couple left on the Friday. But the Thursday, if you're going up to PISA, book us in, because I'll show you what we're going to do. And we have a winner this afternoon who's going to get a free site audit, and that is the people at Bam Kapow. I love that name, by the way. And I do love your tweets, and I do agree with the first 2 that are on the screen there, but I'm not going to repeat them. So, Bam Kapow. What do Bam Kapow do? Well, they are a collectible store. They sell figurines, that sort of thing, lots of superhero type stuff. And so this is the sort of thing we're going to be doing at for an SEO site audit. And you can play along at home and do this yourself. So basically, the first thing I do is I'll just go and get a little robot called Screaming Frog, which is probably the best crawling tool out there for SEO purposes. And you just plonk the name in there and you click start and away we go. You let that go for a little while. It'll go and crawl the whole site, drag in all the information about the site and the individual pages. And while that's going on, I'll then also just go and do a quick SITE : and this tells me there's 408 pages. So I say, okay, 408 pages there. And if I go and have a look at Screaming Frog, it tells me it's only crawled 221. So right there, we've got a bit of a discrepancy. When I see something like that, I think, okay, there's probably something, especially with an e-commerce shop. What I would then do, and I don't have access to Bam Kapow's Webmaster Tools, but I would then go into Webmaster Tools, have a look at the sitemap in Webmaster Tools, and how many pages does the sitemap have? We might even be able to see it here if we go to Bam Kapow. So we'll just do this, and we'll say sitemap.xml, because sometimes Google indexes them. No. So we'll just go sitemap. No. So it's a Shopify site, which is a content management system for e-commerce sites. Now, there are some known issues with Shopify, but mainly when you're moving from an old site and you're merging into Shopify, because you can have some issues regarding how long it takes to do redirects off the old site. So, but by and large, Shopify is probably one of the most popular sites, content management systems out there. You can see here we've got all these different site maps, which is typical for a Shopify site. So I would normally go in and check those site maps in Google Webmaster Tools, see how many pages they've got. If they haven't got 408, right there and then we've got a duplication problem possibly, or things being crawled that you don't want to be crawled. And that's the first thing you need to go and fix up. So, for instance, one here that just sort of stands out like the proverbial is this particular one here, front page blurb. You're going to have a look at that. It's actually a page called front page blurb. And you can see here it is a duplication of the home page. Because if I then go and remove this and do that, the text is certainly duplicate. Not necessarily the images, but certainly the text. So you want to eliminate all these sorts of things. So that's the first thing I'd go and do. I love this site, by the way. A lot of great stuff. Collectible figurines and bits and pieces. Then I'll just quickly scroll through here. And what I'm looking for are things like... Let's have a look here. Things that are odd or don't look like they should be there. So, whoop, there we go. What's that one there? There was one there that was said, F you. Probably really don't want that sort of thing crawled and indexed by Google, because that right there, if you have a bunch of those sorts of pages where there's pretty much nothing on that as far as that's unique or original, or because the other parts of the site have all the same sort of stuff. They've got the menus down here, they've got these things are in other areas. You don't want Google crawling pages like that, because that says this is a low quality site, because Google doesn't want to send its users to a page like that. So if you have enough of those, and I'm sure that would not be in the sitemap, if you have enough of those, you're going to have a bit of a problem. You can see here too, we've got another one, page equals 3. These are typically search pages, which we don't really want Google crawling. We want it to crawl the original product page and maybe some landing pages. Now, the way that we optimize an e-commerce site is that we'll look at the main categories or keywords. Here, I can see that I'm guessing the main keyword would be pop culture collectibles, something like that. But then this is the page title of the home page. Now, if you want to rank for We Ship Fast, 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 that's great to have in your home page title. But chances are you don't want to actually rank for that, right? It's a useless phrase. You want to rank for something that is... doesn't even rank for that, actually. That's a concern right there. Let's see if it makes... it doesn't even rank for that. And that's probably a combination of competition, although there doesn't seem to... Well, we've got these guys here, they're competitive. The reason I'm doing this is because it's in the home page title. Your home page title is probably one of the most valuable pieces of real estate for SEO on your site, because it's the first thing that Google's going to look at. So if I just do that in quotation marks, just to see if I can get an exact match, to see whether Google will pick it up. It's not picking it up, but this is Bam Kapow's eBay page. And, you know, you can see here, down here, we've got the exact match down here. And that's because all of these pages up here will probably have, and I'm guessing these are all, yes, these are all variants of the Bam Kapow site. The problem that we've got is Bam Kapow's down here. The duplicates of Bam Kapow at other sites, like such as eBay and those sorts of things, are all ranking higher. That is a major indication that you're going to be held down because there are other sites where your content is being found first by Google. So the general rule is, if you can do it, always make sure you have unique original content on your own site. And for the sites where you are, say, eBay, say, some of the other shopping mall sites out there and those sorts of things, try to have, you can just have your duplicate stuff on those sites. But your main site, make sure it's all unique, and you'll get found first for that. So when I go back and have a look at Screaming Frog, I'll say, okay, well, so we've got 408 pages. We know that's too many because we've already found a few in there that shouldn't be there. So then I come over here and have a look. So this is bamkapow.com.au, and we can see here, there's that page title, which is not making use of the keywords at all. Meta description, yeah, it's not. Yeah, that's probably okay, because remember, your meta description is to encourage people to click through in the search results. But what we're not seeing here, I mean, we've got the canonicals and those sorts of things, but we're not really seeing the heading 1 tags either on the homepage. So we've got essentially a homepage with an under-optimized page title and no H1 on that homepage. They, you know, for my part, they are, once you fix up the index and clear out the index and get stuff out of there you don't want in there, that would be the next thing I would fix up. Get a page title that is keyword friendly and get a H1 that matches that page title on the home page. Really, really big things. Now, the other thing that sort of jumps out at me straight away when I look at this site is that I watched it when it was getting crawled, and I could see that look at all these 404s that we've got on the page. So these are all links within the site that are broken. Now that's a quality signal as well to Google, because Google doesn't want to send its users to sites that are full of broken links, right? So you need to go and make sure that these are taken out of the site. You do not want these sorts of busted links all through the site. And even this 301, probably not doing a lot of harm, Daenerys Targaryen, probably not doing a lot of harm, but you still want to make sure that you have the correct link, the final destination link on the page. You don't want to be linking to something that you've previously redirected, okay? Make sure that you have the main link on the page. The other, let me just bring up the images. So this is why I love this tool. It can bring up all the images and tell me what all the images are. And now it doesn't. That's funny. Let's go here. All images. I'll just start that crawl again. And whilst it's doing that, it's not collecting any of the images, which is kind of weird. That kind of makes me think that the images have been embedded in a way where the crawler can't see them. So let me just go back to the BAM Kapow site. And the reason I'm looking at images is because they are another source of ranking, right? So, let's have a look at this one. We'll just go to a product page. And click on that. It brings it up as a pop-out. Interesting. So then we open image in a new tab. And there it is. And this is good. Dean Metallic Splatter Pop. Great. I love that. We've got an image and it has a descriptive file name, right? And that's what I want to see. So if I go Dean Metallic Splatter Pop, I don't know what that means actually. It just sounds like I'm speaking gibberish. Dean Metallic Splatter Pop. And there are your images. So you can see there. Let's see if we've got a BAM Kapow there. Nope. This one? Nope. Nope. But so other people are using the same images. Pop culture, pop culture. Google doesn't quite like your site that much at the moment. And that could be a number of reasons, but I think the main one is going to be that duplication of 408 pages and duplications of your home page. What else have we got in here? But there's something there that's holding you down. And that's what these sorts of things, out of stock, products out of stock. You don't want those sorts of things indexed. We'll just go to the next page, just see if there's any there. Yeah, these pages, we don't want those indexed. And what I haven't checked here is your backlink profile. I just want to make sure that there's, and I'm assuming here that you've had no manual penalties, Google hasn't smashed you. Pop Culture Clan. Oh, okay, interesting. Because that Pop Culture Clan is the one that turned up with the images in the image search. Shopify's, yeah. Oz Comic Con, yes. But we don't have that many backlinks, so that could be an issue. Yeah, you've only got 6 referring domains, which is ridiculously low for the content that you have. Your content is so popular. I would advise getting out there into social media and really start sharing the stuff that you have that's unique, because you've got some very unique pieces on your site. Get in amongst the forums, get in amongst the Facebook fan groups, get in amongst, I'm not saying go in and spam these areas, I'm saying go in and contribute and talk about what the things that you do and the things that you have, help other people if they're looking for a particular piece or a particular collectible. But get involved, because 6 referring domains for the content that you have is probably the main issue that you've got. Even get some listings on your local directory listings, those sorts of things. Things like True Local, things like get a free Yellow Pages listing. You can even get those. But there's a lot that you can be doing here. And when I go back and have a look at the Screaming Frog results, it's not picking up any of the images. That could be the way that Shopify is coding them. We've got the canonicals all done automatically and well because it's a Shopify site. But when I have a look at all of these page titles, let me just take this one. This one's quite unique. Let's see how this one goes. So, Andrew Action Figure, The Walking Dead Australia. That's the page title. Andrea Action Figure Walking Dead Australia. And I spelled Australia wrong, I know. But Google fix it up, see? We're not here either, but I'm guessing this is possibly your... Oh, there we are there, right? So you're number 3, and I think this is your eBay store. Let's have a look. Really, bam kapow, if you're not going to Pisa, you really should be. Learn a lot. And maybe you're in here somewhere. I don't know. But eBay ranking first for a phrase like that is ridiculous, okay? The reason it's ridiculous is because eBay doesn't do SEO, right? So if they're ranking first, it probably means that Google's found the content on their site first, or that page title that you have for that product isn't then followed through into a H1 or a H2 or the file name. That's all I have time for the day, but if you come to Pisa, then, we will do those sorts of reviews and you'll get some stuff to go away with and fix very, very quickly. Last year, we found a guy selling, there was a guy who had a gollywog shop. He was the biggest gollywog seller in the known universe, apparently. Whilst I had him there for 15 minutes doing the site review for him, we found a German porn site inserted into his child soft toys site. So you never know what you might find in 15 minutes. Hope to see you there. Thanks very much. Bye.